In this video, I'm breaking down the best skill fruit moves for every type in Palworld. I'm not going by guessing, I'm not going by a tier list, I'm not going by a power stat alone. We're talking about real DPS, and I'm going to provide math to go along with it, which is going to be including cooldowns, hit behavior, tracking, and what actually happens in real fights, because all fights are different. And yes, these are the best DPS skills by the fruits type. One important thing here is some pals can learn moves that are to themselves. They are a pal specific move. Those will not be included. These are only going to be from the fruits themselves. So if you're actually wanting to melt bosses, this is going to be the system to pay attention to. First, we need a baseline though. Sustained DPS is roughly power divided by cooldown. That's where most people stop, and that's the problem really. Because real damage is also affected by hit consistency, tracking, multi-hit behavior, and status effects like freeze and burn, because they are also within the system. And that's why some moves will lower power, outperform big flashy nukes over time. Everything in this video is skill fruit only, ranked by real sustained combat DPS, not burst damage. Now getting into it, the best fire type skill fruit is going to be Fireball. Fire type is all about burst. The best fire skill fruit is Fireball. It hits extremely hard, but the cooldown is long. If you do sustain DPS math, Fireball is not a top performer. What makes it strong is burst, damage, and burn. That makes Fireball a slot 1 nuke, not a sustained DPS engine. It's the best fire skill fruit, just not the best long fight DPS. Then going into the water type, water is the opposite. Hydro Laser is one of the strongest skill fruits in the entire game. It's a beam. That means multi-hit ticks, excellent tracking, and extremely high uptime. Even though the cooldown looks long, the effective DPS is massive. Hydro Laser is not just the best water skill fruit. It's a top tier sustained DPS move overall. Now Grass has a sleeper powerhouse of Solar Blast. The stats don't look insane, but the performance is. It tracks well, hits consistently, and wastes very little damage. No gimmicks, just reliable, sustained output. That's why Solar Blast competes with water and dark beams in real fights. Electric's best skill fruit is Lightning Bolt, slightly lower power than lasers, but a faster cooldown. The DPS math balances out extremely well. It tracks flying enemies, staggers targets, and stays reliable in chaotic fights. That consistency is why it wins Electric. Ice has the most misunderstood skill fruit in the game, and it's Blizzard Spike. It has solid power and a short cooldown, but the real strength is Freeze. Freeze stops enemies from acting, which extends the damage window. Freeze is a hidden DPS multiplier that makes Blizzard Spike the best ice skill fruit and one of the strongest control moves in Palworld, being able to lock your opponent in one place. And then dark types get Dark Laser. It's another laser move, same logic as Hydro Laser. Beam ticks, strong tracking, and excellent uptime. Dark damage is rarely resisted as well, which makes this one of the safest DPS picks in the game. In sustained fights, Dark Laser is either the best or tied for best skill fruit DPS overall, only resisted by a dragon type. And then Neutral's best skill fruit is Pow Blast. Neutral damage is rarely resisted, only via dark types, and Pow Blast follows the same beam style DPS logic. You can teach this to almost any pal and get immediate value because it's a neutral move. It's one of the safest skill fruits in the game. I highly recommend putting this on if you don't have anything else. Now, Ground doesn't top DPS charts, but Rock Lance is still the best option. Good cooldown, strong stagger, reliable hitbox. Not flashy, just simply dependable. And then we have Dragon, which is just a pure burst. Dragon Meteor hits insanely hard, but the cooldown is massive. This is a slot 1 nuke only move, never your sustained DPS skill. So to be crystal clear, these are the best DPS skill fruits by type for sustained and real world combat. They are not always the biggest single hit move. Some PAL exclusive skills can outperform them, but you cannot get them via a skill fruit. You have to pass them down from breeding if they are even in the line. If you're using skill fruits, this is the optimal damage logic. In the next video, I'll show you how to double your damage with these moves with aggregates, explaining that entire system, because if you're not taking advantage of it, I highly recommend it. And comment your favorite pal down below and I'll build it properly. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.